Let's get ready to rumble!
You already know this is Punch, Drunk, Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo. Shout himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a great evening out there in Philadelphia. Not so much in Pennsylvania, but in the city of brotherly love, because we already know what happened in the whole Pennsylvania. It was electric in the ring, but it was almost a travesty, and it was a travesty outside of the ring. Well, you already know 45 almost got murked out there. They trying to stop 45 becoming 47. And my condolences go out to the firefighter, Corey, I believe. I forgot his last name. I don't got it in front of me right now, but he passed away out there while they was trying to assassinate the former president of the United States. Man, it's getting crazy out here, man. For real? They hate this man so much. You know, I don't want to turn this into a political podcast, a political episode, a political channel. So let's just move on to what happened in Philadelphia, the Wells Fargo Arena. One of the phenom in the 147-pound division, or probably the phenom in the 147-pound division, the IBF welterweight champion of the world, the undefeated 32-0, 29 KO. A great performance last night versus David Avanesian. Yo, I've been telling y'all folks, if y'all been following the channel, if y'all been following the YouTube channel since day one, I've been telling y'all that Jaron Boots Ennis is the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. Pause. Oh, shit, damn. I said the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. God damn it, who's the first? My fault. Hey, yo, pause, no Diddy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I just called myself. But you know what I'm trying to say. That he was going to be this. He'll be like the next Roy Jones Jr., damn it. Man, come on, man. This is July. This ain't June no more, all right? Let's get away from the pause and the no Diddy and stuff like that. Pride month is in the past. But anyway, man, great performance versus David Avanesian. I heard that David Avanesian, I don't got the medical reports in front of me, but I heard that, man, got his eye broken, got his jaw broken, got his rib broken. Hopefully he get back together, man. They took him out in the stretcher for concussion precautions. Man, because I'm going to tell you like this, man, he was letting a lot of punches. And even though David Avanesian he was fighting good. Not fighting like great, but he went out on the shield, put it that way. You know what I'm saying? He tried. He wasn't out there just to get a payday. You feel me? He only had 4 weeks training camp. You know what I'm saying? And Boots Ennis only had 4-week training camp in preparation for David Avanesian. David Avanesian, last time we seen him in the ring was versus Terence Bud Crawford, the 3-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, regarded as pound for pound, 2-3. You can flip it around. Gonna be fighting Madrimov August 3rd. And I want to see that. Of course, we're gonna see that fight. But Jaron Boots Ennis, bro. I remember because I know a lot of people was looking at that fight yesterday and was thinking about Terence Bud Crawford because, of course, that was the fight that we wanted to see in the welterweight division after we saw the undisputed welterweight fight between Terence Bud Crawford and Earl the True Spence. So I know that we wanted to see Jaron Boots Ennis, who was next in line to face a Spence or to face a Crawford or to face a Keith Von Thurman, who semi-retired. He was one of my favorite fighters before, injury played into his career. I was also thinking about, man, what about Jaron Boots Ennis versus Danny Garcia, fellow Philadelphian brother? You know what I'm saying? That would have been good in Wells Fargo. If they could do, hey, yo, put it this way, man. Congratulations, though. Congratulations. We got to give congratulations to Jaron Boots Ennis because, and Matchroom, and The Zone, because he filled out that Wells Fargo's arena, almost 15,000 people for his homecoming fight. Yo, that's good. That's good promotion. Eddie Hearn is making his mark out here in this side of the pond. Shout out to Eddie Hearn. Shout out to his team. Shout out to Matchroom Boxing, The Zone again, and also Boots Promotions as well. Shout out to Bozy, his father, his brothers. Man, do great job. And of course, you could also do better. All these fighters could also do better, but that's not to the point where people gonna be looking at well, Boots ain't gonna be no Crawford with that performance. The Boots was getting hit too much, yo. Of course, man. A guy that's offensively, geared, right, to go out there and destroy, right? He's gonna take more risk than the other fighters that want to be defensive, that want to be that don't touch me, the tag you're it. No there, don't hit me, please. You know what I'm saying? He don't got that type of style. He's trying to be the most entertaining fighter in the sport of boxing. Jaron Bruce Ennis is one of the most entertaining in the sport of boxing, a showman in the sport of boxing, and you already know that it's needed in the sport of boxing. We need showmanship. We need that flair. We need that entertainment. That's what I say. He was the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. Pause again, right? We don't got a lot of entertaining like that. I'm talking about flair. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, the smooth operator. You feel me? You got Jaron Bruce Ennis. You got Teofimo. You got Ben Whitaker. Ben Whitaker, one of my favorite fighters. The cash is clear the UK, man. That dude is a problem, right? David Benavidez entertaining. Now, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. Man, he is entertaining. Bam Rodriguez, who just knocked out Juan Francisco Estrada. Entertainment, bro. Entertainment. And, of course, Gervonta Tank Davis entertaining, bro. Terence Bud Crawford is entertaining as well, so we can't forget about that. He's just a little bit older than everybody else, man. We just used to seeing Bud Crawford, right? But anyway, shout out to Canelo Alvarez. I think that his entertaining value was going just a little bit. You know, he's declining a little bit and stuff like that. You know, he's not taking out Ryder, Jaime Munguia, Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying? I think he's winding down a little bit. And I think a lot of people was picking up the interest of other fighters. But of course, a lot of people have been talking about this potential fight with Jaron Bruce Ennis and Terence Bud Crawford. So of course, when you're looking at, it's unfortunate that sometimes we just can't enjoy once events. A fighter is just going out there and let's just see how he's gonna do with this opponent and let him entertain us and stuff like that. We think, some of us is thinking about, while Jaron Bruce Ennis is fighting Dave Avanesian, we're not thinking about just being entertained. We're just thinking about, is he gonna do better than Terence Bud Crawford? And that's what it is. A lot of people is geared just to wait for the downfall, to nitpick Jaron Bruce Ennis. And of course, I think that he got hit a few times more than Terence Bud Crawford. Yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like he was throwing a lot of punches from the get-go, and mixing the punches, switching from orthodox southpaw right back, going to the body and stuff like that. In the first round, I thought in the first round it was going to be the end, because Dave Avanesian, you know, he got hit in the cup. You know what I'm saying? He was down. And you know, us fellas, you know, when you could just nip the nuts. You could just nip it. And we give me like 5-7 seconds, and then I feel the after effect. I got, yeah. But anyway, I remember I was talking to Teofimo Lopez in one of the interviews that I had with him. I think it was last year, and he said that one guy that could beat Terence Bud Crawford, other than him, because you already know that Teofimo Lopez been calling out Terence Bud Crawford. I know a lot of people's like, nah, man, Terence Bud Crawford gonna beat the ish out of Teo, but ain't nobody really calling out Terence Bud Crawford in boxing like that. It's only two people that's calling out Terence Bud Crawford, and that is Teofimo Lopez, the two division lineal champion, also pound for pound, and Boots Ennis. You feel me? And to be honest, Teofimo Lopez has more of accomplishment than Boots Ennis. As a matter of fact, Teofimo Lopez got more accomplishment than anybody in Terence Bud Crawford's resume. Those are the facts. I don't give a damn about y'all feelings. Y'all could think and y'all could feel like, yeah, well, man, he's gonna beat the crap out of. At the end of the day, it's a good matchup and it's a good legacy fight for Terence Bud Crawford to have in his resume as well, right? And both of these guys. But of course, I think more people see the more realistic fight, because he's been in the welterweight division and been trying to get these type of fights and been calling these guys out on Boots Ennis, right? And I think that when I spoke to Teofimo Lopez, he said that Jaron Boots Ennis is the guy that will beat Terence Bud Crawford outside of himself. Check out what Teofimo Lopez said when he was talking to your boy, Mr. Moonshine. Check this out.
Probably that I know can beat Terence Crawford is Jaron Boots Ennis. He beat Terence Crawford. What
do you feel about Boots Ennis, though? You feel like he's the real deal?
Absolutely. I mean, me and him won the 2015 National Golden Gloves together at 17 years old.
He's the real deal. I used to follow him
Boots
too.
For a while now.
I used to say he's the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. People be like, yo, Punch, you always prematurely. I'm like, yo, I be watching the amateurs. When I told you that Teofimo Lopez is gonna outbox Lomachenko, I've been following Teo since the amateurs. Y'all just pay attention to the pros. That's why I know about Boots. That's why I know about you. That's why I know about Demetrius and Gary Russell Jr. You train a little bit with the. But that was the interview that I was chopping it up with Teofimo Lopez, and he was saying already. He was saying this already, and this was before. I believe. Yeah, I think this was before or after the Errol Spence and Crawford fight. But I do see what T.O.'s also watching. I do see what a lot of people may feel as well. Is the complete package. Now, the only thing with the only issue with Jaron Poos, and it's not even him, is about his resume. He's a little bit of a late bloomer in terms of getting these legacy fights and getting these fire fights. Of course, he's been having problems with promotional companies in the past. And I did a video the other day, and I said, is he going to become what I said he was going to be when I was talking about him 6-5 years ago on my channel? And subscribe to Punch Run Boxing, the YouTube channel. Subscribe subscribe and follow me on all the social media platforms, IG and X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok. Yeah, we have TikTok too. I said a couple of days ago in my video leading up to the fight with Dave Avanesian, is Jaron Poos Ennis going to be the second coming of Roy Jones Jr., or is he going to be the next Demetrius Andre? And I'm not talking about style. I'm talking about his career and how he's heading and how it's going, right? Yeah, I remember when Demetrius Andre, he was having problems with his promotional company. He couldn't get the fight that he's been in position to get, right? He didn't get the Canelo Alvarez. He didn't get the Jamon Charlo. He didn't get the Triple G. It was easy to avoid him, and then people will be coming up with this type of, yo, he doesn't sell. Yo, he doesn't sell. That's what fans do to shame one fighter, not for their favorite fighter to fight that fighter, right? He didn't put no butts in the seats. That he doesn't get a chance. It's funny. These boxing fans has become some type of daycare, chaperones. They become secret agents and stuff like that, protecting their favorite fighter. No. If you don't sell, my favorite fighter is not going to give you the fight. So I suggest you go out there and put, in the corner, give out flyers, and make sure that your next fight is going to have enough people so my guy will fight your guy. You know what I'm saying? Let the manager, the matchmakers of the promotional company handle that. Fans are becoming a damn financial advisor, accountants. No, Gervonta Tank Davis, he sells more than Devin Haney. He's not getting the fight. No, he won't. No, he will not. Teofimo Lopez, how much he did? Where? In Miami? In Florida? No, he would not get the fight. He would not step in the ring with my tanky. He would not. You know what I'm saying? Relax, man. We fight fans. We want to see some good fights, good matchup, good fights, regardless who's going to win or lose. It's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that. It's very, very rare we get a 50-50 fight. Even if it's a 51-49, more people going to choose one guy to go and beat the other guy, right? Jaron Poos Ennis got all the skills to pay the bills. Jaron Poos Ennis got layers to his game. Got a lot of wrinkles to his game. He could switch up like Bud Crawford. He could crack like Bud Crawford. But he's younger than Bud Crawford. He's hungry as well. He's a gym rat like Bud Crawford as well. He got a good circle like a Bud Crawford. He got a good trainer like a Bud Crawford. But I think that Jaron Poos Ennis has been more destined than Bud Crawford. Yeah. I think, look, and I said this before, when I was talking to Sean Porter and Demetrius Andre, when we was talking about the amateur days, you know what I'm saying? They're in the same class of Terence Bud Crawford. And I didn't think that Terence Bud Crawford's going to be this guy. He is this guy now. He is. But in the amateurs, a lot of people felt that, you see the new promo with the new promo he has with Madrimov? Great promo. One of the best promos that I ever seen, to be honest, especially in this young century or in this young whatever generation, right? Great promo, right? And you see that promo when Terence Bud Crawford is fighting everybody in the locker room. Well, that was his reputation, his anger. He was a wild fighter, very wild. You know what I'm saying? And that's what fighters, his contemporaries used to feel about him. Like, he's good, but if he doesn't channel himself, then he's not going to be that guy. And I think that now we've seen throughout the years that Terence Bud Crawford has channeled his anger, in which it's been good. It's been good. It's not a detrimental. It's been good to him inside the ring. You could see when you watch Terence Bud Crawford when he turns to Bud. You could see it, right? The Mean Machine fight, he turned to Bud. You could see that, right? Gamboa, he turned to Bud, right? He got another level, right? It's just like when he was fighting Sean Porter and Bomac was in the corner saying, "You losing the round." What? I said, "You losing the diamond, you losing the fight," right? All right, boom. Bud activated. Bud activated. You know what I'm saying? There's more layers to it. Does Boots Ennis got that Jaron, but Boots activated? Does he? We don't know yet. We don't know yet because it has to take an elite fighter, a great fighter, to activate that. Well, not necessarily, because Mean Machine was not this great fighter. But maybe Boots is already activated. You feel me? Maybe Boots is already activated. He doesn't need to tap into that next level. He's already in that level. Now, the only thing that people are going to be watching is his resume. Well, he hasn't done what Bud Crawford done. He doesn't. But you know what? Even Terence Bud Crawford, he's 37 years old. So his best fight that he had in his career, it was just the last one. He only fight one time a year as well. I'm not saying that he's not a gym rat, and I'm not saying that he can't beat Terence Bud Crawford. But if they fight today, I'm going for the underdog, y'all. Yeah, we going skill for skills. And yes, Terence Bud Crawford got skill for skill. Yes, Terence Bud Crawford also get hit. Yes, Boots Ennis is getting hit with the right hand. But because they also risk it and they also offensive fighters as well. The IQ. I mean, you're going to give it a little bit to Terence Bud Crawford because his experience with elite fighters or great veteran fighters, right? But I just think that Jaron Boots Ennis is well schooled. And he don't lose rounds. And he doesn't seem like and everybody he step inside the ring with, he just levels behind. I think he's more fluent. I think he got a better jab, in my opinion. I think he got a better educated jab, in my opinion. I think he throws more punches, in my opinion. I'm not saying that he's more of an educator. I just think I think that I like the way he mixes the jab. And he throws the same jab he throws from the southpaw position, like the orthodox position. You don't even know when he switches because it's so fluently. You don't know if he's lefty. You don't know if he's righty. And the same thing that could be said with Bud Crawford, right? Same thing that could be said by Bud Crawford. But Bud Crawford learned that, later on in his career. Boots Ennis has been doing this since the beginning. I'm giving Jaron Boots Ennis the benefit of the doubt versus Terence Bud Crawford. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. Also, one thing I don't like what's going on in Jaron Boots' career, you know what I'm saying, is his inactivity. But again, he was going through promotional issues and stuff like that. And his last manager, Cameron Duncan, did pass away. God rest his soul. But that's going to be a fight that a lot of people are going to be talking about. I mean, look, Terence Bud Crawford does what? 14K versus Dave Avenesian out there in Omaha. Jaron Boots Ennis did almost 15K, 14,900 and something. So it was almost 15K out there in Philadelphia. And it wasn't like a massive promotion. Excuse me. It wasn't a massive promotion, So it was a good job. It was a good job by the team. But that's the only thing I could take away. I think everything is positive. The only thing they could take that we can nitpick is probably that, yeah, he's getting hit with straight right hands and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he's showing that he got a chin as well, because he ain't getting staggered. He's not getting nothing. And the thing is about Jaron Boots Ennis, he gets those punches back. So if you land a punch, he's going to land 2. If you land 2, he's going to land 5. You feel me? Jaron Boots Ennis, in my opinion, though, should go to the 154-pound division now. I know he want to be a unified champion or undisputed. He said he want to be undisputed in the 147-pound division. I think that's good. But I think that the same thing, let's say, with Shakur Stevenson in the super featherweight, right? He had an opportunity to become a undisputed. But Bob Arum was like, who want to pay for that fight? Who want to pay for that fight? Nobody knows these other guys. Nobody knows Gutierrez and Jorge Cordino, who's these guys. So, the only fight that I see Jaron Bruce Ennis in the 147-pound division with the unification bout is Mario Barrios. But Mario Barrios, assuming that he's in negotiations with Manny Pacquiao trying to come back in the ring. You already know the 8th division world champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time world champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao don't want to quit. He don't want to quit. But it's okay. He deserves to go out the way he want to go out. But I don't think that Mario Barrios is going to be fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis. I think he'd rather take the Manny Pacquiao fight. So, if I think we're really gonna see what everybody else really want to do after Terence Bud Crawford fights Madrimov, if he does become a full division world champion, or because then he's gonna have to make a decision whether to vacate that WBO strap in which Brian Norman Jr. may be elevated. And with that elevation, Teofimo Lopez yesterday, and I've been, he wants to become a 3-division world champion. Brian Norman Jr. is with top rank. Teofimo Lopez with top rank. That's the easiest fight to make. They want the fight. Both teams will love the fight. They love the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman Jr. will get a name. Teofimo Lopez will get the prize. And then maybe people will see that fight, that Teo versus Boots then. Because then, of course, if Teo's calling out Crawford, but then Teo goes to the 147-pound division into the Boots domain, and then he beats, I got Teofimo Lopez beating Brian Norman Jr., right? Then people are going to be talking about maybe a potential fight with Boots and Teo. They come from the same class again, just like Teo said. When Boots was winning national titles, Teo was winning national titles. Both of these guys, one of the most entertaining fighters in the sport of boxing. Both of these guys in their prime, the same age. That would be a hell of a fight. And I understand that like after the fight with Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett, maybe I was overly critiquing it because I just know how special Teo is, and I really wanted him to show the world that he is the mother effing takeover versus Steve Claggett, so people could respect the Terence Bud Crawford call out, because I understand the energy is that he ain't gonna beat Bud. It's, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got no chance being Bud. At the end of the day, we gotta stop thinking like that, because greatness is also when we attach the word greatness to fighters, right? It's because they match or exceed the expectations. Muhammad Ali beat Sonny Liston when a lot of people around the world thought that Sonny Liston was gonna kill him. Same thing with George Foreman. If you got the accomplishments, you should be allowed, and you should be respected, and you should be supported for Darren to be great. And that's I support Teofimo Lopez for Darren to be great. Just like there's people saying though, Terence Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez, which I feel is a fantasy fight. Like people could be like, but you contradicting yourself. You don't want Bud to face Canelo, so why would you want Teo to face? Why would you? Yeah, because that's 1 division moving up. Or now that's just only 2 division moving up. For Terence Bud Crawford, that's 3 division moving up. And I just think that they really want to see that fight now. I think that it's a fantasy fight, but why people want to see that fight? Because they're slave to the moment. Because they're slave to the performance of Terence Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence. But let's not forget, it's only Earl Spence. Terence Bud Crawford was the favorite to beat Earl Spence. It's not like he did the incredible, the invincible. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do that. He matched the expectations. He didn't even exceed the expectations. See, let's say a guy like Manny Pacquiao, he exceeded the expectations. Ain't nobody thought that Manny Pacquiao was going to be an 8th division world champion. He exceeded the expectations, right? Bam Rodriguez matched the expectations, right? You feel me? There's certain people, put it this way. Teofimo Lopez exceeded the expectations twice versus Vasily Lomachenko. When Vasily Lomachenko was regarded pound for pound, 1, 2, 3, you can flip it around. Not this Lomachenko that might be facing Gervonta Tank Davis. This Lomachenko is different. I mean, the past Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez was a different. That was greatness. Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, he exceeded the expectation. And look, a lot of there's some people in the comment section. Teofimo Lopez says yesterday while he was getting interviewed, I believe by Sean, he said that my win versus Vasily Lomachenko is better than Terence Bud Crawford versus Earl Spence. And I do think so. I know they look. I already see it. They're gonna be like, yo, well, punch. You just saying that because no. Teofimo Lopez was the underdog. Teofimo Lopez only had a puncher's chance to beat Vasily Lomachenko. Teofimo Lopez was green. Teofimo Lopez was not even in the pound for pound list. So yes, that performance and that win was better than Bud Crawford, who was already the favorite to beat Errol Spence, was on a pound for pound, probably number one, and Errol Spence was not even, he's probably was what, number 5, number 6. So that was a better victory. Now, that was more of an ask fight. More people, that fight was marinating more, but that's what makes it more special also. That Teofimo Lopez and Vasily Lomachenko, once they got in position to fight for the lightweight undisputed, it was, nobody was marinating shit. They just went out there and fight. We wish it was like that with Terence Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. That fight, remember that fight should have happened the year before, November 19th. And Terence Bud Crawford, he pulled out from the negotiations, then fought David Avanesian. And then in that December, I believe it was December or January, whatever, Errol Spence got in another car accident. We had him in another layoff. You see that? All that waiting for nothing. All that waiting. But I think that the 147-pound division is not deep. It's not deep like the 140-pound or the 154 or the 135. And that's why I want Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? If he can't get the Mario Barrios fight, and the people want to see Terence Bud Crawford. And I think about it, Jaron Boots Ennis has been in the 147-pound division for a long time. And he's a big boy. Look, you already got that. You already got that 147. Just move up to 154. Put yourself in position because there's so many fights for Jaron Boots Ennis. Think about Boots versus Conor Ben. Great. Boots versus Virgil Ortiz. Awesome. Boots versus Josh Kelly. Great. Boots versus Crawford. Boots versus Charlo. Boots versus Fundura. Boots versus Lubin. Boots, did I say Boots Simzu? Even the Brian Mendoza's a good fight. Great fights. Boots and Spence, but I don't think those fights are going to happen because it never happened at 147. Boots versus Danny Silva Garcia in Philly. Maybe he get the Boots and Thurman this time. Boots and Stanionis is a good fight. Boots and Stanionis is a good fight as well. But I think there's so many great fights that his legacy, and he could just go comfortably to 154 and do his thing. Do his thing. Take that championship belt and petition, at one. And the good thing about Jaron Boots Ennis, that he's still looking strong at 147 with the rehydration clause. You already know the IBF has that 10 pounds rehydration clause. He's looking great. But I do think that Jaron Boots Ennis could beat Terence Bud Crawford. I do think so. Now, again, am I saying that he will be the favorite? No. Boots will not be the favorite. But I'll claim the upset. Now, let me tell you like this, folks. Terence Bud Crawford got to show out versus Madrimov. And I know a lot of people, because they are a slave to the moment, they think that Terence Bud Crawford now is invincible and what he did to Errol Spence. And I was predicting, I think that Bud Crawford was better than Errol Spence in every facet of the game. But I didn't predict that he was going to just roast him like that. Not like that. I think that was a surprise. That's why a lot of people was a slave to the to the performance. He smoked him bad. He smoked him. And this is how nitpicking the boxing world is. You see how we are nitpicking Earl Boots. Well, he got hit. He ain't ready for Bud. He got hit. Like too many bougie fans. Just like with Teofimo Lopez, he went a whole 12 with Steve Claggett. Just like Shakur Stevenson, he went a whole 12 with Artem. Everybody nitpicking everything. You're nitpicking. You get nipped. You get touched. You get staggered. People ain't even allowing people to overcome. It depends on the culture, right? Isn't it? I don't know. They didn't do that to Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue got dropped by Luis Neri. But then exactly what the people say. But because they came with a fantasy fight with Inoue versus Tank. I told you guys he ain't ready for no Tank. Ain't nobody said that now. Inoue wasn't even Tank anyway. Y'all the one that be pushing that type of narrative. I told y'all that he ain't ready for no Tank. Tank will kill him. Motherfucker, he 3 division lower, man. He ain't even thinking about Tank. Y'all thinking about Tank and Inoue because y'all was trying to shame Inoue because y'all don't know Inoue. Y'all don't follow the lower division, but y'all was just trying to come up with, I bet he won't do that to Tank, though. People create a narrative and then they debunk their own narrative. That shit is crazy in this community. It's crazy. People create a narrative, then later to debunk their own narrative. Hey, Inoue won't fight Gervonta Tank Davis, though. And then a month later, I told y'all. What you told nothing. Ain't nobody even was talking about that. You made that ish up. You fighting yourself. Bam Rodriguez got dropped versus Juan Francisco Estrada, came right back and did his thing. That's boxing. See, that's my era. It's not about getting dropped. It's not about getting staggered. It's how you respond, bro. It's how you respond. That's character right there. People identify your character. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate that sometimes we need to see these guys go through some vulnerable positions, vulnerable situations, so we could actually respect them. It's crazy when Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder for the third in the trilogy. Everybody was like, "Yo, Deontay Wilder got hurt, yo. I respect Deontay Wilder now because he got hurt." Oh, you only respect Deontay Wilder because he got knocked out? Should have respected him before that. He was still stepping inside the ring, daring to be great, right? Not daring to be great, but being great. Still risking his life. Now he got hurt. All these fighters got hurt. All these fighters got hurt. Some fighters are just more skillful than the other. That's it. Sometimes, well, most of the time, all these fighters got hurt. It's just not the business handlers that got the heart. The men in suits, they don't got the heart. The promoters, they don't got the heart to put their high invested fighter at a time where they don't want to lose that type of money, because there's a lot of money invested on fighters. Excuse me, getting built up. But if you don't think that Boots Ennis got a chance versus Terence Bud Crawford, because he does. He got a hell of a chance. But of course, I want to see what's going to be next. Because I don't think it's going to be next, Terence Bud Crawford. I think for Jaron Boots Ennis, again, Mario Barrios, and I will probably get a fight at 154. Get a fight at 154. Why not? Why not? I want to see the fight. But also, what's going on in the sport of boxing? Again, so Terence Bud Crawford got the potential to become a 4-division world champion versus Madrimov. A lot of people just not even paying attention to Madrimov, but I think that he's going to do good versus Terence Bud Crawford. I mean, he could have some spots like the Mean Machine. Let's see if he could just stay away from getting knocked out. Terence Bud Crawford has been in a knockout spree right now, stopping everybody he faces ever since he moved up to the welterweight division. And also this, I got to talk about Boots and Bud Crawford. Both of them a little snackety snack. See, that was the problem with Earl Spence. He ain't had no damn snackety snack. At least Boots Ennis got a little snackety snack. Anyway, what's going to be next with the other fights? Now, of course, a lot of people talking about, for the past, since April 20th, they've been talking about Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia just said he's going to go to rehab. Bravo. Ryan Garcia going to rehab, ladies and gentlemen. Bravo. Brown mother effing row. Brown mother effing row. Get your ass in rehab, you damn lunatic. Shout out to Ryan Garcia. Sometimes he saying some good, some real ish, but damn, then he just fogs it up with some crazy ish. But hopefully he's doing good. And shout out to Lisa Garcia, his mother. But a lot of people talking about this Gervonta Davis versus Vasily Lomachenko. Probably gonna be in November. I like the fight, y'all. I like the fight in the lightweight division. I think that Lomachenko showed that he's not on his way out, even though that he was talking like he was on his way out. His performance doesn't entail that, but his feelings and what he said in that interview, and right there, like I'm saying, like this, we in the sport of boxing, Once somebody's thinking about retirement, saying that he don't love it no more, that the only reason why he stepped aside the ring is because he didn't want to leave out like that as a loser, and his father was pressuring him, and he wanted to do it just solely for his father. So what is the so now? What is the motive? What is the motivation is fighting Tank? If Loma beats Tank, that would be the best one of his career, right? Even though that Loma did lose to Teo, and he lost a controversial with Haney. If Tank beats Loma, is he doing anything more special than his contemporaries? No, the only way that he would get real props is if he stops Vasily Lomachenko. Vasily Lomachenko never been in the position where he's gonna get stopped. When he been dropped, but he never been in the position, in the vulnerable position in which he looking wavy, he looking shaky, or nothing like that. So if Tank stops Loma, because of the energy, I think he would get so massive respect. But that fight for Tank should have happened before a Teo, but Teo did Tank's dirty work. Again, I think he get massive credit. He gonna get credit for being Lomachenko because Lomachenko did also stop Kambosos, somebody that Teo and Devin Haney didn't stop. I know a lot of people like to play this triangle theory, but those are the facts, right? But I think it's a good fight. And I said this, if Vasily Lomachenko, if he goes the whole 12, he will beat Tank. Tank don't throw enough for Loma. I do believe that the favorite to win, I believe, is going to be Tank, right? I think that Tank is going to be Loma. But if it goes to a whole 12, maybe Loma lose a controversial like he did with Haney. I don't know. But I don't think that Tank throws enough. I don't think he's been in the ring. I don't think and that's one thing, that Tank been in the ring with a lot of fighters that's not elite. You know what I'm saying? He's been in the ring with fighters that's not elite, so then you don't perform in that type of level. I mean, you probably get used to going to training camp, not performing that type of level. I do believe that Jaron Davis is a special fighter with special attributes, with a lot of layers to his game. I think that Jaron Davis never even showed his whole repertoire 100%. You can see wrinkles of what he could do. He never puts it all together, right? If he's a pressure fighter, that fight, he's just going to be a pressure fighter. But then we saw in Pitbull Cruz that he could use his legs just as much. He could use his leg just as Haney, and just like Haney, and just like Shakur. And he got good pop off the back foot, and he got a great jab, even when he was fighting with one hand, right? So he's shown the repertoire, but not the whole as one in each fight, right? I think he gives up rounds, in my opinion. I don't think with Vasily Lomachenko, you're gonna give up some rounds. But also, Vasily Lomachenko, the only fight that he gave up some rounds, not even gave up some rounds, I think he got neutralized with the right hand to the body by Teofimo Lopez, in which I feel like that's gonna be his secret weapon, not a secret weapon, but his best weapon to neutralize his opponent is that straight right hand. He did it with Jermaine Ortiz. He did it with Vasily Lomachenko, and he hurt. If you go watch the John Taylor, he hurt John Taylor with that body shot as well. I think that Tank could hurt Vasily Lomachenko, but I think it's gonna be a tough fight for Tank. It's gonna be a tough fight for Tank. It's gonna be a tough fight for both. But I got Tank beating Loma. But if it goes a whole 12, I got it almost the same way that if it was Shakur Stevenson and Tank. Like if Shakur Stevenson go a whole 12, you know what I'm saying, then, and doesn't get dropped, he probably comes out with the win. But I think that Vasily Lomachenko even throws more punches as well. Throws more punches, mix the punches, great feints. I think it's gonna make Tank guess a lot. I don't think he's just gonna walk through Lomachenko. So that would be a good fight. And talking about Shakur Stevenson, y'all already know that Shakur Stevenson, they tagged him with one of the most boring fighter in the sport of boxing. But guess what? He's been one of the most talked about fighters in the sport of boxing of late. People calling him Twitterson, and he's adopting that name and using that type of name to his advantage. He's a free agent right now. He was out there in Philadelphia supporting Jaron Ennis, and probably going to be sitting on the table. I'm not sitting on the table, but you know what I'm saying, trying to negotiate a deal with him and Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. Probably get a deal also, work out a deal or negotiate a deal with Golden Boy Promotions and hear them out. Top Rank gave him a deal. He left that deal on the table and really didn't say a lot of great things about Top Rank. Maybe he got the influence of Terence Bud Crawford. I don't know, but I do think so. Think about it. He just called out two guys. He called out, he said he would like to fight Raymond Motorella. And he was just chopping it up with George Camboso. Well, those two guys are two top-ranked fighters. I think there's more fights for him in Top Rank. I still think that he should sign probably a 2 to 3 fight deal with Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Now, with a PBC, remember, you're not going to get dates, so they're not going to keep you busy, Shakur Stevenson. They're not going to keep you busy. And I don't know if Jay Prince is doing business with Al Heyman like that. I don't know. But, of course, Eddie Hearn is doing it. When he signs fighters, man, nobody complains about Eddie Hearn and the pay. I think when it comes to Golden Boy Promotion, I think they do good with region fighters, right? With Latinos and Mexicans, and if you from Texas, right? Like a Kid Austin, he's from Texas, so they got that region down pack, right? I don't know if they could. I don't know who is an East Coast fighter. They could have do nothing with Rashidi Ellis, right? So who's an East Coast fighter they do have success with? None. And I don't think they know the market like that with the East Coast. Even though they try to do the East Coast with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney and stuff like that, I gotta give them credit. But also, it only did 11K. Only did 11K. Same numbers, almost the same numbers that Shakur Stevenson gets in terms of gate. I see Williams to pay to fight. So, I mean, look, Shakur Stevens got a lot of options. A lot of people saying that he's boring. He's getting in with everybody, all the hecklers, the criticism. Everybody that give him a little bit of criticism, he sees them as enemies. And, yo, fighters, y'all gotta stop being emotional like that, man. People see you as fighters, bro. People see you as special human beings. People want to respect these fighters, but the more y'all be on social media catching feelings like this, like if somebody give you a little bit of criticism, y'all be crying like a little ass. What's going with y'all, man? Y'all can't take a little criticism. Y'all can take a damn punch. Y'all can't take a little criticism. Y'all can't take a little tweet. Y'all can't take a little video that criticize just a little bit. Hey, yo, I'm gonna say it like this: all these fighters are special for me. For me, they special human being. They're going out there risking their lives, especially the elite ones. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is good. Not everybody gonna be Mike Tyson. We understand that. The thing that we see with Shakur Stevenson is that he when he's fighting guys like Artem, he's levels above Artem. So we hold your skill set accountable. Just like you, Shakur always be like, oh, I could have done better. And he'll apologize or something like that, like he did with Eder de los Santos after the Nakatilia fight. Like, you're not fighting or not winning to the potential of your skill set, and that's what it is. We see your skill set, and we see that other person across the ring, their skill set, and we're like, you know what? This man can't hang with you. Why he's going to hold 12? Why you're not taking the type of risk? Why you fighting too careful and stuff like that? And then, of course, unfortunately, we're going to compare that skill set or that performance with the guy that we're trying to match you with, right? Tank. So we're going to, right? If Tank is fighting, we're going to be thinking about Shakur. We're going to be thinking about Lomo. We're thinking about Teo. The same thing. It is what it is. Just like last night, if we're watching Boots, we're thinking about Terence Bud Crawford. We're gonna be watching Terence Bud Crawford. We're gonna be, you know what? Look. Terence Bud Crawford once put it this way. Let me reverse and let me say it the right way. All right, talking too fast. Teofimo Lopez is calling out Bud. So when Teofimo Lopez is fighting, we're looking at Teo to see if he's prepared for Bud. So we go in that, but that performance, you got to perform in that Bud type of level so that call out could be justified. If Shakur Stevenson is calling out Tank, we're going to look at his performance versus Artem, but thinking about Tank, is it good enough for Tank, or how is it going to be with Tank? Not saying that those fights should have never happened. Yesterday, we're looking at Boots, but we're thinking about Crawford because he's calling out Crawford. Crawford's calling out Canelo. So we're looking at Crawford's on a couple of weeks from now. We're going to be looking at Terence Bud Crawford, but we're going to be thinking about that call out that you're talking about Canelo. If Terence Bud Crawford does not look perfect or does not keep that momentum that he had with Earl Spence, if he just struggles, if he goes a whole 12, then the boxing world is going to be like Canelo Alvarez. Stop talking about Canelo Alvarez. The same way that Earl Spence, they was talking about that Earl Spence have a potential fight with Canelo Alvarez when there was a deal on the line with Earl Spence's name on it for Canelo Alvarez. Remember the first deal with PBC? And then he lost to Bud Crawford. Ain't nobody talking about no damn Earl Spence versus Canelo Alvarez, right? Ain't nobody talking about that. Same thing with David Benavidez. He moved up to the 175-pound division. He was hitting the dude, Alexander, with everything in the kitchen sink. And then we're thinking about, is he ready for Beterbiev? Is he really ready for Bivol? Was he the Mexican monster? No. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's unfortunate. And the thing is, for the boxing fan, we don't got to take all the credit. They won the fight. T.O. beat Steve Claggett every damn round. Landed 20 power punches. But we're thinking about Bud. So we're thinking about Bud. Shakur, you can't run away from Tank. Thinking about Tank. And then Tank, he's out there and he's knocking everybody out they put in front of him. Now, they may not be elite, but the perception and the perception is that he knocks out everybody. He gives the people what they want to see. He never disappoint his customer. But anyway, I think Boots versus Crawford could still happen. And if I was Bud, I stopped trying to shade these guys away because a Madrimov fight, yeah, you're going to become a 4-division world champion, but come on now. It's good, but we want you to fight Boots as well. And I would like to see a T.O. versus Crawford. In my opinion, that has the element of a Roberto Duran versus a Sugar Ray Leonard. For me, it does. I don't gotta believe that T.O. could do it. Well, I think he could compete. I think he got the speed. I think he got the IQ. I think he can compete. But look, you're looking at his performance with Jermaine Ortiz. But Terence ain't gonna run like Jermaine Ortiz. Oh, Steve Claggett. Well, is he gonna lose? If Bud is gonna lose every round, and then at the end of the day, what do people criticize Teofimo Lopez? Teofimo Lopez fight to the level of his competition. He performs to the level of his competition. Well, all right, keep that same energy. He will fight to the Bud's level. No, I said, then he's gonna fight to Tank's level. He's gonna fight to this one's level since he fights to the level of his competition, right? So he's going to be great versus Bud, right? Keep that same energy. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love y'all. Subscribe to the podcast on Spotify. Follow us on Spotify. Leave a review. Y'all already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. El Adobo, Sazón, El Borracho, El Pastor de Boxeo. Donate to the channel. Donation. I thought it was a trash can. Donate to the damn channel. Y'all already know. Love y'all. Peace out.